welcome back to my channel. Today's video I will teach you how to make chicken and cabbage dumplings. I've never made them with cabbage, but I've been wanting to for the longest time, so I thought I'd show you guys. And also the sweet and sour sauce all from scratch. Also, I've reached 100 subscribers, so thank you for that. I appreciate every single one of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and make sure to like this video, and let's get started with today's cooking lesson. In today's video, these are the following ingredients that we will be using and needing. Now that I've put my hair up, I'm going to do the chicken. I'm going to take the fat off and I'm going to cut it in little pieces, and I'm going to put it in the food processor. I have 3 chicken breasts cut. This is the chicken in the food processor, and I will put this in the fridge. So now we're gonna work on the sweet and sour sauce from scratch. We're gonna start with some small part of olive oil because we're gonna saute the garlic and the ginger that I previously did. So we're gonna take that and dump it. Okay. So we're just gonna stir that up a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna put some more olive oil. I didn't put enough. You don't want it to burn. Okay, there you go. So you want the ginger and the garlic to really turn golden. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to put 2 tablespoons of red pepper flakes. They're small, so two. You can smell the garlic and the ginger with that really good mix. So we're just gonna stir that up. Okay. Now I'm gonna put some ketchup on it. This is half a cup of ketchup. Now I'm gonna put this on the side. You really want to get that. So part of the sweet and sour sauce technique for the sauce, the ketchup actually gives it that sweet flavor, or at least it helps it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some vinegar. It's half a cup of vinegar. You can use whichever vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar. And lastly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some soy sauce. And the soy sauce, since I'm gonna use a small tablespoon, I'm gonna put 2 of them. If you're using a big spoon, I would use 1 of them. This is the soy sauce that I'm using. There you go. And we're just gonna stir that up for 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I said 1 of the big ones and 2 of the little ones. Lastly, it's brown sugar. This is 1/3 of a cup. The reason it looks like this is because in my household, we keep the sugar in the freezer due to ants. So that is a way for us to avoid house ants and all that sugar problem. And you can start smelling the sweet and sour smell. And we're just gonna leave that on for about 2 minutes until it starts to thickening up a little bit on medium heat. I have the disc set to medium. As for the sauce, I turned it off and I've been stirring it every now and then. So I'm just gonna saute some onions because we are gonna cook it before. The dumplings don't cook for that long. and that's why I have it on medium. And then when I pour in the cabbage, we're gonna turn down the heat. I'm gonna put some, oh, yeah, you gotta be careful with the heat. I'm gonna put some pepper, not too much, just for flavor, I guess, a little bit. Sorry, technical difficulties. Can't be perfect. So now that the onion is catching some color, I am going to turn it down a little bit. You don't want it to get burnt, but you definitely want it to look like this. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this shredded green cabbage as well as shredded carrots, and I will dump this carefully. Here, let me put it closer to me. And we're gonna steam this. Now remember, cabbage gets smaller when it's cooked. I actually love cabbage, for anyone who doesn't know. So first, let me just mix this up a little bit. Now, if you've never tried my cooking, this Knorr chicken seasoning is like one of my go-to seasonings. I put it on everything that I cook. I don't put salt, but I put this because it does come with sodium. So I'm just gonna put 2 small tablespoons of this. Or is it teaspoons? Teaspoons, I think, because it's small. So I'm just gonna put these 2, leave it in volume 4 heat, and let it steam and check on it in a little bit. I'm gonna stir this, obviously, just to see. And I will put the top of this. There you go. What is it? What is that saying? Less is more. So I'm gonna put this here, and we're gonna wait for it to steam, and we're gonna work on the dumpling dough. And you know, if you look this up on YouTube or other videos on YouTube, they're gonna tell you to do it by hand, but I'd rather take the easy way out and do it with the food processor. So we're gonna take about 9 ounces of all-purpose flour dough, and I'm just gonna calculate, this is now 9 ounces because this is 8 ounces right here. So we're just gonna carefully put that in there. And I have measured half a cup of water, so 4 ounces. So this is salt. We're gonna put half a tablespoon. If I were you and you've never made them, I would rather have it taste less salty than salty, and you know, just spread it around like I did. And so now we're gonna do this. Dough is ready. I put some flour on the surface and on my fingers so I can just take it all out. Cut this in half. We're gonna make 2 little dough balls. So I have done the dough balls into 2 little worms. That's what I'm gonna call them, so stop making fun of me. I'm going to cut them approximately this size. So when we put the roller on, that's gonna be the size of the dumplings. So portion of the dough that we did gave us 20 little balls of this, so that's 20 dumplings. So I went ahead and I did one, which looks kind of cute, I'm proud of myself. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna take a little bit of chicken, and we're gonna do a little bit of cabbage. If you want more than 20 dumplings, by all means, just repeat the previous step, the 9 ounces of dough, salt, water, etc., etc. So I'm gonna take the roller and I have put some dough here because you don't want the dough to stick. So you want, actually, I'm gonna put some on here too. So I'm gonna slowly spread this one out. And you want to do it like kind of like a little tortilla, like a small round shape, big enough so that you can fit and close the chicken and the cabbage. So I like to turn it. But you're basically going to repeat this step. So this is about a good size. I can make it a little bit bigger. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle either. So you're gonna grab this, put this on your hand, make sure you have some dough and that you have obviously clean fingers. I'm gonna take a little bit of this chicken mix, and you can help out yourself with your finger because it does get stuck sometimes. Put that in the middle of the dough and take a small portion of the cabbage. And you want to carefully close this. And it's gonna look like a little tiny empanada at the beginning. And then you can just recreate the shape. So there's my empanada. I'm just gonna kind of squish it like this. And I'm gonna grab it. They don't have to look super perfect, but there's my dumpling number 2, and you're gonna be repeating this step up until you finish. Okay, so we've had the water in medium, you know, they're gonna be boiling. I'm just gonna bump up the temperature a little bit more because it's gonna be boiling. And these are it. We're still making them, but I'm just gonna carefully put them in. So before I put them in, usually when the dumpling raises up in the water surface, that means that they're fully cooked. Because I have the raw chicken, I like to usually leave them about 5 minutes after they rise up. That way the chicken is fully cooked, and I've done them in the past and it's been wonderful. They've been cooked. I'm not trying to get salmonella. So we're gonna do that. So we're just gonna take the first one, carefully place it, and we're gonna put them in the water. We're gonna boil them, but if you like them fried, I've never done them fried, by all means, you can try them fried. I like to go to the healthy side, to be honest. So this is the final outcome. This is the dumpling. If you want to get a dumpling spoon, you're more than welcome to. I think they use it for soup too. But I'm just going to dip it in the sauce, which I have placed in my plate. And I'm going to try it. The moment of truth. Because I never tried it with cabbage. This is so good. If you come closer, you can see the chicken. Sorry, I'm like eating with my mouth full. But it has carrot and the cabbage and everything's like so nice and soft. And I'm just so hungry because it's like 5:30 and I haven't had lunch. Thanks for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't made dumplings, make sure to try this recipe. It's really nice and simple. I think I kind of made it more simple with the dough and the processor. But make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think if you try it. And thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.